Seen one? Better go see it. And drove it home. I come here every time I'm half expecting one. But there has been so much. That's good. I keep this cheap out of the lawn. I don't want them to bust the hatches, right? Just break the law. Spend 30 minutes. There we go. All right, so seat. All right, just put some polish on Grace. Starting to see how she buffs out. Just almost done polishing her. Got a couple spots I missed, so I put some on. Get that. So just kind of taking it easy now. This is inside the Monty 17. Just getting you some shots. The mast is not up. As you can see, the spreaders. Just opened the companionway hatch. Show you one of the differences. This side of the storage is opened all the way through to the bottom of the boat to the inside. So you have quite a bit of storage. We have locking hasps, I guess those are, that will keep that water tight if there's an issue. This is a shallow one. I actually like the idea of one shallow like this because I keep the things that I would maybe grab sooner and quicker. Right here, 2 drains, and these have valve to turn it off, to close it or open it at your choice. I'm opening this one. Place for your tank. There is a hole that passes through the transom. It goes to the back, so if you want to run your gas line to the motor, you're able to. I'm only 5'6". I'm not real tall. Short legs. So when my back is to this, my feet barely reached. I mean, you can see right there, I'm having to slide forward to even do that. So if I was sailing, my feet, and I was heeling over, my feet would not be able to reach that to brace myself, which is a little different. The main sheet would go down here. The 15 is not that way. The keel that raises and lowers inside of the main keel is right there. The control is very much in the same position as the 15. The tabernacle is a little bit different. This has a bolt that goes through and you place it in instead of the notch system on the 15, which you'll see. And this does have a hatch, which is, I think, a plus for air movement inside, especially if you're staying the night. I'm inside the cabin of the 17. This is the rudder. It's almost like 5 feet long. This particular model does not have a flip-up rudder, so if you hit something, you definitely will know it. This does have a center post. As you can see, I have the hatch just a little bit open for a little flow. The inside is actually very nice. The porta potty is here. Never been used in this particular model. And the berth down this way. Here's the reverse look. This model has benches on both sides. Here is a, I think it's called a quarter berth. It's somebody smaller could actually sleep under there. This one is just very short and basically is the seat because of the outside hatch that opens up all the way. The previous owner, who was actually the original owner, let me move the mainsail over a little bit, built this. This goes across this companionway walkway area here, so if you're masting, you can actually walk out on that. Fits very nice. He's got felt under it to keep cushion, doesn't scratch the wood that's there, and so he uses that to raise the mast. I'm laying down. I'm 5'6", so you can kind of see my feet are still, my tiptoes are still not touching the bow. My head still have distance there to the end of the cushion. So pretty long, for sure. All right, on top of the Montgomery 15, you can see the tabernacle difference. This one has a boom bang. My 17 does not. My 15 has a flip-up rudder, so if you hit something or launching in shallow water, it actually flips up at a 90-degree angle. I have a bimini on this one. Montgomery 17 actually has backstays for the mast. The Montgomery 15, the side shrouds actually are behind the mast and the tabernacle, and that holds it, keeps the mast in place. Is for the main sheet, the boom and sail, mainsail. This is the raising and the lowering of the inner keel. I have compass down here, hailing gauge there. No winch, but these are for my jib sheets, depending on which side I am on. Easy grasp. Alright, I showed you an earlier video of my feet across the cockpit of the 17. Again, the cockpit is much smaller on the 15. My legs stretched out, and if my back were against the side, I could not reach the other side close to the cabin and companionway on the 17. My legs are actually bent on the 15, so that's letting you know it definitely is narrower. There is no two ways about it. I do not have locking hasps on these. I may be adding that. Both these storages in the companionway have the bottoms in and are the same depth. Okay. Alright, coming into the inside of the 15, it definitely is smaller. The cabin is small. Think pup tent with hard fiberglass sides and top to hit your head on. This is the boom. It barely actually fits in. It's very tight to get past the companionway. I have to have it actually lifted in the front a little bit to be able to clear the inside. There is no roof vent. That's the base of the tabernacle. There is no compression post, which opens this up very nicely actually. Under here, this cushion removes in the porta potty. Underneath, the board that is there above it pops out easily and can actually be a privacy board for your companionway if somebody's using the restroom. And it goes to about here, so it doesn't cover it up totally, but it does give privacy if you have somebody else on the boat. This would only sleep two, and it would be a little snug. I usually sleep on this side, the port, and have my equipment and things there on the starboard side to help with more ballast. I think this next year, if I keep this one, I'll try to keep my ice chest or something heavier down here in the stand. Sorry it's dirty, but keep more weight down at the bottom. Usually my
cooler when I'm going for several days. That's all my supplies, all my cooking gear, the stove, and my food go in this bag. And it actually has 3 bags on the inside with different things in it, and they're color coded, which is actually nice. And keep my cameras, all that, all inside. So usually this side is all my equipment and my sleeping bag, an additional little inflatable. It's actually self-inflating, but I usually blow a little extra air in it. Mat that goes on top for a little more cushion. On that side, here's toilet paper, chemicals for the porta potty, etc. I have 2 sails, jibs with this. I think it's a 110 and a like 70 storm jib. It's pretty short. And then a nice mainsail. So this is what it looks like on the inside. My head is not all the way to the bow, but I am laying backwards into the 15 so you can see a little bit. So my feet are off the cushions by just a little. I do have plenty of room to sleep with my head where my feet are actually now. Inside the 15. Contrary to many opinions, both boats can be beached. The 17 would need, probably depends on how you do it. Sometimes I beach with the bow toward the beach. Sometimes the stern. I usually like the stern. I prefer that because then I can step off the back and right onto shore or into a few inches deep water. The same with the 15, does the same way. I actually get a little bit closer because it is shorter, and the keel's a little bit shorter on the 15, and I usually prefer the back, the stern towards the beach, and the bimini up, and have the shade.